First, I want to thank everyone for coming. It means a lot to me. And I'm just going to start it right away. So, my first candle is dedicated to the funniest guy I think I've ever encountered. My brother Steven has been a curse and a blessing to me all at once. As a child, he was my biggest influence. Whatever he did or had, I had to do and have. He did karate, so did I. He liked Pokemon and had DS, I'm on it. Looking back at it, I understand how annoying and frustrating it was, but I hope he understands it comes from a place of admiration. Okay, sorry, I lost my place. I definitely was not the best younger sister, but I'm happy to say that we've grown closer as the years passed us. At first, I was probably just introduced as like his annoying sister who bugged his friends all the time, or maybe the girl that just snitched him out over the littlest of things. But now I'm just his sister. I got past all those things, matured, and grew as an individual, and so did he, which helped us be able to grow closer together. I tell Steven almost everything, even if he doesn't care to understand it, or if it doesn't involve me and it isn't my business. I don't say this often, but I genuinely appreciate and love him. I will always be there for him, even if he doesn't want me to. I'm proud to say my brother is intelligent, kind-hearted, and my closest friend. Even if I don't watch all the TikToks he sends me. Steven, can you come help me light my candle? My second candle goes out to the kindest woman who has sacrificed everything for me. If it wasn't obvious, this candle is for my mother. My mom is someone who I deeply cherish and someone who I always keep close to me. Ever since I was a little kid, my mom was my best friend. She was the first person I would go to about anything, especially if Steven just breathed in my direction the wrong way. She has taught me so many valuable lessons as a kid and continues to give me important life lessons and advice. She is such a safe space to me and has done so much for me. I'm truly grateful to have someone as loving and nurturing as her. I love our little chats, her lunch run when she picks me from school, Starbucks runs, and hanging out with her and the dogs whenever I'm out of my room. Her giving and compassion spirit. The list could go on forever. There's nothing not to love. Okay. She works her butt off to give me good opportunities and never discourages my silly, kind of unrealistic dreams. She can make a whole room light up just by smiling. She can even make me happy on my worst days just by existing. She is the sun to my moon, the Lorelei to my Rory. She is the reason I wake up every morning. Nothing is more important and valuable than a mother's love. Mom, I love you to the moon and back. Will you help me come light this candle? To my personal hero, my dad. My dad is another very brave person who sacrifices so much for me. Words can't describe how grateful I am for his effort because God knows I would not be waking up as early as he does to go and do someone else's grunt work like that, especially when it's summer in the boiling sun or winter in the freezing cold. There's never a dull moment when Hold on. There's never a dull moment with my dad. He is very courageous and has the funniest stories. I love him more than anything, even though he never lets me forget my pronunciation mistakes I made in 4th grade. And all of the other ones. Some of my favorite memories consist of my dad, and even though our schedules prevent us from hanging out as much as we used to do, I cherish all the time we spend together. I may understand nothing about cars and not really care about Elon Musk, or space, but if it's something he's passionate about, I will happily listen to him just because I'm spending time with him. I appreciate you driving me around in your fancy car. It makes me feel cool. I even felt cool when it broke down on the side of the road on the way home from the state. Thank you for teaching me almost everything I know and teaching me proper morals. I'm so grateful for everything you do. Can my favorite mansplainer come help me light this candle? My fourth candle goes out to the people that spoiled me the most, my grandparents. Only my grandpa can make it today. Someone please take a video of this really quickly and send it to my grandma, because I want her to be able to see it. Thank you. Sorry. Ever since I was a kid, I would beg my parents almost every single day to go to my grandpa's house, and I still do. My grandparents' house has always been a huge comfort and a second home. They put so much effort into making a nice space for people to feel comforted and just nice, and did an amazing job. My grandma is the funniest, most fierce woman I know. She's like fireworks, very pretty and also nice, but she could be really loud and kind of mean. My grandma has always done so much for me. She even deals with my annoying and picky eating habits. I love spending time with her and playing Trouble or training with her. There has never been an uneventful moment with her. Now, my grandpa has been one of the biggest influences since I was a kid. I admire his amount of energy and his kind and calm spirit. I think I've only seen him get mad once in my life. I had the most fun dancing around upstate, taking walks with you, having a fire, playing racquetball, and just being in your presence. You always made Steven's school concerts fun by bringing you Sudoku puzzles to do beforehand and getting ice cream with us after, even though according to him, anything sweet was yucky. Thank you both so much for being my built-in best friends. Can my grandpa please come help me light this candle on both their behalf? Dedicated to the people who influenced my humor the most and been the best friends I could have. My cousins, Addie and Nikki, have been there with me through it all. I've always looked up to Addie, even when we went through our hating each other era. Addie has always been the prettiest person I know, and still is. I used to be mean to her for that reason, which was awful and dumb, but I'm glad to say that I've grown and matured, and I'm glad that we're closer than ever. You made my work life bearable and drove me all the way around Konkoma. From my house around Konkoma, and didn't even take gas money from me. This just goes to show your compassion and kind heart. Thank you for being just hilarious and making me feel better when I'm upset. I don't tell you this enough, but I'm grateful for you and everything you do. Me and everyone else is so lucky to have you in their life. I love you too. Now Nikki. Nikki and I have always been close as the kids, but recently we've been growing closer. Since I got into freshman year, we started sleeping over at our grandma's house often, and I cannot imagine a life where we didn't hang out so frequently. When I get older, I want to go to college, kind of far, and the whole reason I'm contemplating not going is because of Nikki and the thought that I'm not seeing her almost every weekend. Me and Nikki have the same humor and personality. She helped me grow with so much more confidence and become more extroverted and make new friends. She has a contagious laugh and personality and such a kind spirit. Anyone would be lucky to have her in their life. I love her so much, and I don't say that enough. She is such a positive influence on me and gave me a nicer outlook on life. Thank you both for being some of my favorite people. Addie and Nikki, please come up and scale. My sixth candle is dedicated to Courtney, Allie, JJ, and Caitlin. Deep breaths. Okay.
Yes.
There's so much I'd like to say about all of you, but sadly I have limited time and a limited amount of candles. So I have to kind of cram it up a little bit. Courtney is another person that I always thought was just really cool. We were upstate once and she was wearing these really cute lobster slippers. And I just remember thinking she was the coolest person for owning them. And she is the coolest person. I admire her caring. I admire how caring she is and her kind heart. Being a nurse suits her perfectly due to her selfless nature and internal kindness. I love her so much. Allie sadly could not make it, but she's another person that I always thought was really cool and just admired the way she presented herself, her fashion, and just how she was. I always wanted to dress like her and have her attitude. I'm so fortunate to have her in my life. I adore her more than anything. Now we have JJ. When I was a kid, I remember the little seesaw and bringing it to the top of my slide with Abby and Steven and throwing it down and telling him that that would be him. I don't know why we did that. I'm glad we grew up in the hating JJ phase. Your humor is the best, and I love you and Brandy with all my heart. I love your weird mustache tattoo and how relaxed and almost nonchalant you are. I hope we can hang out more soon, and I love you so much. Now, Caitlin, you are someone that I've always wanted to be close with growing up, and I still do, and I'm sad that we don't hang out as often as I would like to. You're such a kind person, and you're funny, and you're another person that's just really relaxed and nonchalant, and I just love that about you. I admire all of you guys, and you were such a positive influence on my life. So can all of you guys come help me light this candle? My seventh candle is dedicated to Bree and Aaliyah. I sadly don't get to see them as often as I would like to, and I'm glad that they moved back because I think that we can. Okay. Alright. Whenever I do see them, it's always a good time. Whenever we go upstate, I always had so much fun going on the quads around the high teas, sitting by the fire, and just doing random stuff and laughing. Sorry. I'm so happy you guys moved back because we had the opportunity to hang out and become closer again. Bree, you're the closest cousin to my age. Oh my god. You're funny and you're kind of crazy and you have a similar personality to me and I adore it. We've been through a lot together and I will continue to always be here for you, through thick and thin. We went through an emo phase at the same time too. Happily, we got out of it at the same time. And luckily, oh my god, you're my favorite person to talk bad about people with, and I genuinely, oh my god, sorry, this is word really badly. And I genuinely don't know what I would do without you. Thank you for being a big and loving part of my life. Aaliyah, we haven't been super close, but you never fail to make me laugh, especially when you were talking about the grimace trend. I hope you're enjoying being back down here. If you ever need anything, I hope you know that you could always come to me. I will be there with you with open ears and zero judgment. I'm grateful to have you both in my life, and I love you more than you both can imagine. You're some of my favorite people, and I just couldn't make it here without you. So can Bree and Aaliyah come help me light this candle? Dedicated to Alex and Kayla. As a kid, I saw Alex and Kayla pretty often, and I always looked up to them the most, I'd like to say. You know when you think someone's like cool just the way that they present themselves, act, and are? That's how I felt about them. They kind of intimidated me as a kid a lot, especially Kayla, but I think a lot of my personality is largely based off the way they act now. Alex has always been very nonchalant, again, in my head. Oh my god. I always laughed when she would make fun of Steven and call him Shishin, and at the sarcastic comments and jokes she made. I still laugh at the sarcastic jokes she makes. Alex is probably the strongest person I know, point blank. Physically, emotionally, mentally, all around. She took all the things that happened to her and grew into a beautiful, hardworking woman. She never let anything someone had to say or something that happened to her stop her. She has an insane amount of perseverance, and I'm so lucky to have a role model like her. Kayla used to make me really nervous as a kid because I felt like she kind of hated me. And I desperately craved her approval, like I think more than anyone else's. Sorry, I need to say. Now that we're older, I realized she never hated me, and we were just had an awkward age gap, and she has a sarcastic personality. I understand it now, and her personality is closely to mine. Oh my god. Kayla is a gorgeous, loving, fun girl, and everyone's lucky to have her. I'm so glad she met Jacob because I truly think they're a perfect couple, and I know Kayla's going to be the best mother in the world. She's going to give her child an amazing life, and I'm excited to see her grow and see her child grow up. Can Kayla and Alex come help me light this candle, please? My ninth candle goes to my aunts on my dad's side. Okay. You get a little stuff, so you're not in the okay. I just wanted to let you know that it's a little special. Okay. Aunt Cindy, Aunt Jen, and Aunt Nicole. These are people that, again, extensively shaped my personality. I got my craziness from my Aunt Jen, my adventurous personality from my Aunt Cindy, and my kind heart from my Aunt Nicole. These are such brave, kind, and strong women, and I think they play a major role in my independence and why I am the way I am today. I'm so grateful, oh my god, I'm so grateful for the time I get to spend with these three. In group settings, separate, either way, they know how to make me uncontrollably laugh. They're wise, caring, nurturing, and amazing mothers, and aunts, and just people in general. I love how creative my Aunt Jen is. She could make something beautiful out of absolutely nothing. She also made the centerpiece cake pops today. She did really nice. I love how funny and caring my Aunt Cindy is. She always puts people above herself, and she's just the sweetest little thing in the whole world. And I love how selfless my Aunt Nicole is. She's, again, probably the sweetest woman I've met in my entire life, and she's just so giving, and she's always cared about me and my brother so much, and I can't thank her enough for it. And I love you all more than life. Can you guys help me light this candle? Okay, my 10th candle goes to my Uncle Joey and Uncle Tony. Let me get ready, guys. My Uncle Tony is probably the funniest person in the whole wide world. He has a weird and kind of morbid sense of humor, but it never out to make me laugh, especially when he said he was going to light Reese up like a Christmas tree. He's a man of few words, but when he speaks, it lingers in my head for like weeks afterwards. My Uncle Joey is a very wild and adventurous person. Whenever we were at his house upstate, he was always doing something kind of insane. He has a young and daring spirit, and he's insanely fun to be around. I love how close him and his dad are. It inspires me to be closer with my brother and my family. I love you both so much. Can Uncle Tony and Uncle Joey help me with this game? My 11th candle is to my aunts on my mom's side, my Aunt Jane and my Aunt Dorothy. They are the sweetest people you could ever meet. I admire how wise they are in the way that they express their intelligence. They're very well put together, and even though they're insanely smart, they don't act like they're above everyone. They're very humble and selfless, and that's some of the amazing qualities I've gained from them. I love our visits and chit-chats. It's always nice. They make sure everything is comfortable for everyone and do the best with what they have. I'm so honored and more than proud to say that I'm related to them. Thank you both for everything you do. Can my Aunt Jane and my Aunt Dorothy come up and help me light this candle?
Take these broken wings, learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the air. Take these sunny eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment.
My 12th candle goes to Lauren and Judy. I've always looked up to Lauren for as long as I could imagine. She's very pretty, witty, and all around just generous and a lively person. She's someone who I always look forward to seeing and always have a fun time seeing. She always seems interested in our conversation and puts in a lot of effort to keep them going. And still to this day, I admire everything she does. Now, Petey. Petey may be a lot younger than me, but he's always a good time. For his age, he's very smart and he's insanely funny. He has the most energy, and watching how good he is with the twins always warms my heart. He has been growing into such a kind young man, and I'm very happy I get to watch this growth process. I love you both so much. Can you come help me light this candle? Supposed to be for Sean, Darling, Sam, and Kim, but none of them showed up. They told me they were going to though, so that's kind of sad. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, never mind, guys. Okay, so here we go. My 13th candle is Now my 13th candle. We're moving on to the group of people who saved me at my lowest and showed me they truly value me. Sean, Darling, Sam, and Kim came into my life and showed me how to appreciate everything I have. I met Sean first, when I unfortunately did fencing for a very short period of time. Automatically we became very close as he was the funniest person, almost the funniest person on that team, and we were very similar. I love Sean more than anything. He has a heart of gold and could not hurt a fly even if he wanted to. Sean introduced me to Sam, Darling, and Kim, all at the same time. Oh my gosh, I'm I'm so sorry. The first time I met Darling, I kind of thought she hated me, but I just remembered how gorgeous I thought she was. Darling does not have a hateful bone in her body. She's so genuine and just so perfect. She's amazing. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've been stuttering this whole time. She's an amazing person to be around and have emotional conversations with. Going to her house and just talking will always be my favorite memory with her. Samantha O'Donnell is another person with just a pure heart. Not a heart of gold, but definitely a pure heart. Sam has done so much for me and has seen me at some of my worst points. She's comforting and did her best to make me laugh. It worked. Sam's such a huge aspect of my life, and I just love her more than anything. Now, can Sam and Darling come help me light this candle? Okay, so my 14th candle goes out to my favorite people that I've known the longest. South, Lily, and Kaylee. I met South first at school and automatically we became best friends. I spent almost every break at their house, every weekend, every chance I got, I was there. I wish they were able to make it tonight, and I can say all of this to them in person, but I love them more than anything. They will always be my number one. Okay. Next I met Kaylee, of course, because she's South's sister. Kaylee automatically made me feel welcomed and like I was family. Sometimes when South fell asleep, we would just chill and talk, and it was never awkward. It was always peaceful and nice, and I love spending time with her. She always has my back, and I can't picture a life without her. Like, ever. Alright. Next we have Lily. When I first met Lily, I'm 99% sure I hated her. I don't know why I hated her. Because I was the one that was mean to her, so I don't know why I hated her, but I did. But as time went on, we got close, and here we are. Some of my best memories are with Lily. Yelling at each other and arguing at 2 a.m. seems to be permanently engraved in my mind. One time, we were just sitting on the bed. We argued over popcorn with hot sauce together, and we watched regular show. That was one of my favorite memories because I just felt comfortable. And it felt like after that, when we were just sitting in silence, I felt seen for some reason. Lily is like a sister to me. All of these people were like family to me. And I love you all so much, so thank Kaylee and Lily. Come help me light this candle. My 15th candle is my newer group that already has such a dear and special place in my heart. Shiloh, Annalise, and Dean, and Ash. This candle is also dedicated to Gavin. Yeah. I don't have too much time, so I'm going to talk about people in pairs a little bit, so I apologize for that. Shiloh and Annalise are the people that I met most recently. They're very caring, loving, and nurturing. They make sure everyone is safe and kind and acts like a mother. And I love it. Even with the motherly spirit, they both know how to live life to the fullest and appreciate the little things and have fun. They've already taught me so much valuable things in a short amount of time. Oh my God. I thank you for that, and I'm excited for the more memories to come. My next pair is Nadine and Ash. I met Ash a year ago. Yay. And Nadine a little more recently, but I love them both really. Sleeping over Nadine's house for her summer class was probably one of my favorite memories with both of them because that was the first time officially where we hung out and we talked, and it's a memory I'll never forget. It means the world to me, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done. They're selfless and giving, and I'm beyond lucky to have met them. Now this last little section is for Gavin. I know I know how it feels to be the younger sibling and feel like I'm only being included because it's kind of like an obligation, but I want you to know you're more than Ash's younger brother. You are a friend and you're greatly appreciated. You have a heart of gold and you're just hilarious, and I'm glad to be friends, so can Shiloh, Ash, Nadine, Annalise, and Gavin come help me with Now my final candle, or it's the 16th candle, is dedicated to Brooklyn, Kira, Jake, Delaney, Liz, and Katie. There's a lot of you, so I'm breaking this up into groups of 3. So I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so Brooklyn, Kira, and Katie are the people I've been with the longest. They've treated me so kindly and are, oh my god, and are more people that genuinely just have hearts of gold. I love doing dumb things with them, and my favorite pastiming is to do nothing but to soak in their presence. Brooklyn is an absolute angel. She's stunning, intelligent, independent, and caring. Kira is the sweetest girl in the whole wide world, and I will do literally everything in my power to make sure she's always okay. I've known Katie the longest, and she's such a mother. She carries around little band-aids in her bag. Like one time a kid showed up at the library and she pulled out a band-aid and goes, "Which color do you want?" Yeah. So she's a little mother, and she's very good at making sure everyone stays safe, and it's one of my favorite qualities about her. I've also known Jake for a long time. Love him to death, but he's kind of rude. And we argue a lot, but it's like joke arguments. But Jake's still one of my favorite people. Mucus man. Hold on, I need to find where it was. Mucus man. Delaney is the cutest thing ever. She adapted to us and her humor so well and so quickly. Her passion for animals and earth is adorable, and I admire how she defends things even as gross and disgusting as a beast. Liz is also the most adorable little underclassman in the whole wide world. I'm so happy I met her because she's just such a loving person, and her spirit just lifts. It can't fail to make anyone happy. She has the cutest smile, and her sense of humor is unmatched. And also, Sophia Policano, kind of far, kind of good. I met Sophia in 6th grade, and I love her to death, but if she posts one more of those 6th grade photos, I think I'm gonna go clinically insane. You know, the ones where I had purple hair? Yeah, kind of rough. I still appreciate everything she does in gym class. I'm so happy we're reunited. So can all of you guys come help me light this candle? first memorial candle is out to my cousin Andrew. He is someone who had the kindest, most uplifting soul, and he was just such a funny guy. He was taken from us way too early, and I wish he could see me do these candles. So, on his behalf, I'm going to be lighting the candle. So,
There's someone out there, somewhere far away. I want you back. I want you back. My neighbors think I'm crazy.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So now is my next memorial candle, which goes out to my great grandma. She has such a fierce spirit, but she's hilarious and she was so fun. We used to go to her house and gamble a little bit, play cards. Obviously, we didn't gamble for money because I was a broke 7-year-old. But she was such a she would even if I tried, I would not win. I would go bankrupt. Words cannot describe how much I miss her, and I wish she could help me light this candle. So can Grandpa come help me light this candle on her behalf?
When the world seems to shine, I give up too much wine. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing the bell.
There we go.
Hearts will break.
So this candle is kind of a mixed candle. It's for my Aunt Kathy and my Uncle John. Oh my God. Sorry, I don't want to fire this start, guys. Okay. My Uncle Johnny is the funniest person you could ever meet. By funniest, I mean his sense of humor was hitting me on the back of the head just every 5 seconds. Love it. He was always so sweet, and he didn't have a bad bone in his body. He was so happy and so kind, and he just made sure everyone else was happy. He could make the worst day the best day. And my Aunt Kathy has gone through so much, and she's such a strong individual, and I'm so happy that she's here to watch me grow and help me through everything. And I just love you both so much. So can Aunt Kathy come help me light this candle on his behalf? And my last memorial candle is dedicated to my Uncle Bill. My Uncle Bill was another person that he was a man of few words, but whenever he talked, it was something that was always kind, inspirational, and he has such an amount of intelligence. It's been a little bit without him now, and I miss him more than anything, and I love him more than anything, and I wish he could be here to see this happen. So on his behalf, can my Aunt Jane come help me light this candle?
I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again.
All right, everybody. On the count of 3, we're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" nice and loud. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hannah. Happy birthday to you.
Make a big, big wish. Blow out those candles. There will be more dancing momentarily, ladies and gentlemen.